In the dark shorts, the challenger Chung Choi from South Korea, wearing white. 15 rounds for the World Boxing Council Junior Lightweight Championship, or as the Americans call it, the Super Featherweight title. Anyway, the weight limit is 9 stone 4. Limon, the champion, a southpaw, 28 years old. And this Korean challenger in white trunks, 24. Limon on the right, known as Bazooka Limon. And this is a lively start for the challenger Choi, who's countering well. Good short, crisp, right counter punches from the Korean. Making his second bid for this title. Limon, a veteran of 59 fights. And Choi has had scarcely more than a dozen. So Limon has not made too impressive a showing, despite the applause he's getting from the crowd in that opening round. Limon in the dark trunks, Bazooka written across the belt of the trunks, his nickname. Taking part tonight in his 5th world title fight. He first tried to win this title back in 1979 from the great Alexis Arguello of Nicaragua. But he was stopped with a cut on his right eye in the 11th round in that fight. And all his career, Limon has been quite vulnerable around the eyes. And it would be no surprise in this fight if he were to get cut, particularly as this Korean challenger, Chung Choi, is such an accurate counterpuncher like that. And Choi is threatening to do great things in this fight, and Limon has not got started. And sitting ringside, Cornelius Boza Edwards, formerly of Uganda, now of course of Great Britain, living in Las Vegas at the present time, and sitting in this crowd, and has been nominated by the WBC to fight the winner, to try to get his old title back. Closing seconds of the second round, and still it's the challenger Choi who's doing the good work. He's boxing on the retreat, which doesn't sometimes impress American judges, but he's countering beautifully. And beginning to get this crowd on his side. So 2 good opening rounds for Chung Choi, the 24-year-old. So this fight moves into its 4th round and hasn't really gone the way it was expected. Limon, always aggressive. This Mexican southpaw, not technically very skillful, but a great attacker. A little bit crude at times, but he hurts a lot of men. He got his nickname Bazooka because he handled one of those rather vicious guns when he spent some time in the Mexican army. He is a very dangerous fighter indeed, Limon, and in fact, back in the 1970s, he did kill a man in a fight. But still Choi, keeping his boxing together, keeping it controlled, and still picking up points off the face of Limon. play acting from Limon. Perhaps a bit too much of that, and not enough good attacking. Chase goes on, and still Limon has to take these counter punches as he tries to force his way inside. And Limon turns away very quickly at the end of that round, and towards the end he did take one or two very hard punches from this stiff counter puncher, Chung Choi, who really is putting up a marvellous challenge for this WBC junior lightweight title. Well, the challenger Choi in the white trunks must now be beginning to think that he's got a real chance of taking this title, while Limon, if he's got any sense, will be thinking he's really got to get inside and do rather more attacking. He's got to find a way to hurt this challenger, or he may get outboxed from this title. Choi, born in Seoul, in South Korea, where the 1988 Olympic Games will be held. Just the one defeat as a pro for Choi when he challenged for this title against Rolando Navarrete earlier this year. Limon, the old pro. He's been a pro now almost 10 years. "28 years old, Limon, the champion, still coming forward. Can't have picked up too many points in the preceding rounds. And this crowd now seems to be about equally split in their loyalty here. A lot of Oriental support in Los Angeles for Choi. It's a very amateurish style from Choi, but it's working. It's the old stand-up, straight left, straight right. Just the sort of way he boxed in those 76 Olympics, when a Mexican, funnily enough, beat him eventually in the quarterfinals, Juan Paredes, and he lost a points decision to the Mexican. And now he faces another, a much tougher Mexican. Bazooka. Limon's fans waiting for the big bazooka punch to come. Not much sign of it yet. Choi keeping plenty of distance between himself and the champion. Choi's mouth beginning to come open. Maybe getting tired. And noticeably at the ends of the rounds now, Limon is beginning to punish his man around the body. But again, a good round for Choi, and still Limon hasn't impressed himself on this fight, and unless he makes some sort of move soon, his world title is very much threatened. Still, Choi getting these good stiff right hands through to the chin of Limon. He's been doing that since the first bell. What a remarkable face this Mexican has got. Scarred from 59 battles in the professional ring, set in a sort of savage grimace, and still determined to nail this South Korean. It's a real Mexican fighter's face. but he has been known to get a cut on it. So far, all right. Choi still quick on his feet, quick to see the danger and scamper away from trouble, and then instantly come charging back with good counter punches. Great challenge by Choi. Referee's hardly been seen in this fight, hardly ever had to break them. There's just slight signs of damage now on the left eye of Limon. He is vulnerable to cuts. And there you are. He's complaining about the head coming in. He's got a bit of trouble there on that left eye. And the referee, is he calling for the doctor to have a look at this? Or does he want the corner to wipe away the blood? No, he's got a cut up on the head. Now, I thought his left eye was in trouble, but it's a scalp wound. And he's got a lot of blood now over his face, and it is apparently coming from a cut up on the scalp. The 6th round. So the champion now has got a bit of trouble, apart from the trouble that Choi's been giving him for so many rounds. He still looks to me as though he's cut on the left eye as well. And that blood running down his face is turning Limon now into a very, very savage fighter indeed. It's the sort of thing that, unfortunately for Choi, could bring the best out of Limon. Choi keeping his cool and still producing these brilliant right hands. What a fight this is turning out to be. Time taken off for the stoppage while they looked at the cut. And that cut has increased the pace of this fight beyond measure. And look at the amount of blood that's flowing down the face of Limon, who seems to be cut high up on the head and possibly has got a cut near his left eye as well. And now Limon comes out of his corner for this 7th round with grease smeared all over his scalp where that cut is. Look at that great blob of white grease up in his hair. And there must be now a certain amount of desperation to Limon's work, because if that cut gets any worse or he picks up another one, then his title, his world title, could be gone. And the South Korean still looks a very cool and confident customer indeed. Limon can hardly have won a round. That's a slip. Slipped on some water in his own corner. And the blood beginning to run down the face of Limon again. And he does look a desperately unhappy champion. Now then, could we see a shock result in this fight in Los Angeles? The South Korean has boxed absolutely brilliantly all the way. And look at the mess he's making of Bazooka Limon. Still, the champion comes forward. Good punch underneath, and he's got him. Left hook. The last one was a beautiful left hook right into the liver. Oh my word, 7th round, and Choi has felt that, but he's beaten the count. He's beaten the count. Richard still wants to wipe his gloves down before he continues, and now Limon will be looking for him. And he's got him again. Body punch again. Is he going to beat the count? Writhing all over the floor, Choi. What a fantastic turnaround. He's trying to beat the count, and he has. Is still going to let him carry on. He has a look in the eyes. Yes, he is. That's it. That's it. The referee saw enough, and how right he was, because Choi can hardly stand. And in just about 30 or 40 seconds, that World Championship fight completely changed course. Choi was winning it all the way, and then the bazooka got his guns going, and it was all over. 2 minutes and 33 seconds of the 7th round. Limon retains his WBC Junior Lightweight Championship, and his next challenger, according to the WBC, should be Cornelius Boza Edwards.
There you are. A minute ago.